Hello and welcome to day 4. Thank you for joining me so far. I hope you've enjoyed days 1 to 3. So today of the 24-day yoga advent calendar challenge is our new moon yoga. So in line with the new moon, I think it's a really powerful time to practice, but it's also a great time to set your intentions. So getting crystal clear, turning yourself inwards. It's an opportunity for new beginnings, so starting that lunar cycle. So today we're all going to be focusing about what your intentions are, what you're wanting to create, new beginnings, and we're going to link that through our yoga practice today. So it's a great opportunity if you're into intention setting, goal setting, getting crystal clear. It's a powerful time to connect inwards, so sort of really coming back to yourself. Often we neglect ourselves and we're so connected to what's going on outside externally, so it's a great opportunity to bring yourself inwards and connect to what you want, get crystal clear, gain clarity on your intentions. So let's get started. So block strap, if you've got them, totally up to you whether you want to use them. If I cue them and you don't have them, please don't worry. So let's get started. We're going to start on our backs today. So either legs out long, or if it feels better for you with the knees bent, bring a gentle bend into those knees. Arms come down beside you with the palms facing up. Just start to soften and open through those shoulders. Head is heavy. And if your legs are out long, just creating space between the legs, creating space between the arms and the sideways, just so that the body can soften. Close the eyes, soften the face, soften the jaw, and then just think about becoming heavy. So often we hold a lot of tension within the physical body, but also very much in our head. So just thinking about dropping down from your mind into the body. How do you feel? What's going on? Any areas that might feel a little bit tight? Maybe you're noticing various sensations, maybe heat, coolness, tingling. You might not notice anything, which is also absolutely fine, but we're just trying to increase the awareness of what's going on physically. So we're almost taking ourselves inwards. Soften the jaw. And then start connecting to your breath here. So observe the inhale, observe the exhale. Often we don't think about how we're breathing, so just taking a couple of moments to tune in. Is it coming from the nose, the mouth? Are you in your chest breathing, or your belly breathing, or somewhere in between? And then connect to your deep belly breathing consciously. So inhale through the nose, let the belly rise, ribs expand, soften the jaw. And then exhale, releasing, letting go, surrendering. What is not serving you anymore? What can you release and let go in order to create space to attract new things, new beginnings? What are you making space for? And then how are you feeling mentally? What's taking over your thought process maybe? What's connecting to your thoughts? What's distracting you? Are you mindful, present on your mat space? Maybe you're feeling a little bit distracted, which is perfectly normal. But it's about, again, increasing that awareness. What can we let go of? Each thought like a cloud in the sky floating by. Just take a couple more breaths here. Good, and then what we're going to do, come to our stretch. So interlace the fingers, reach the arms up overhead, really lengthen through the spine, but also think about lengthening the legs out. So we want to create space through the hips as well, lengthen through the neck. Deep breath in here. Exhale, release. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Bring the forehead up to meet the knees as you squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. Release the head, neck, shoulders down, keeping the shins around the arms around the shins. Just gently bring a little bit of movement side to side. So just rocking over that lower back, soften the jaw. Good, and then come to stillness, and then taking a knee into each hand, just start taking the knees in a circular clockwise movement. So massaging over the lower back. Nice. Where can you create space? And then change direction. So we're just massaging, noticing what's going on within the body, starting to connect to our movement. And then come to stillness. Allow those knees to open away from each other and come back together. So you're creating circles through the hip joints. Notice what sensations, observe left and right, and then change direction. Good. And then slow it down and come to stillness. Gently place the feet back down on the floor. Now we're going to come to our Supta Baddha Konasana, our supine bound angle. So soles of the feet come together, knees gently open out to the side. And you've got options here. You can either rest the arms down beside you, or you can reach the arms up overhead, maybe catch opposite elbows and just gently rest here. Think about that lower back softening, the hips softening, whilst maintaining that deep belly breathing. Option to close the eyes if you feel more comfortable, and if this helps, turn inwards. Creating that space, creating that softness. So when we're in these poses, where can you find ease? Each pose is going to be different for each of us, depending on where we're holding our tightness, stiffness. So just let the breath flow in and out. Good, and then wherever you are, we're going to come to a stretch in this position. So reach the arms up, light lengthen out, deep breath in, and then exhale, release. The hands come down outside the legs as you gently guide the knees up. Now from here, you're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest. Take your right hand to the right shin as you gently guide the right thigh outside the rib cage. And then either stay here holding onto the right shin, or reach the outside edge of the right foot, coming to your half happy baby. So just breathing in and around this right hip. You've got the option to keep this left knee facing up towards the ceiling, or maybe just gently opening it out to the side. So you also get a little bit of space within this left hip too. But what we want to do is keep soft through the shoulders. So we don't want to increase too much tension through the neck, the shoulders, draw that chest out. Where can you encourage length through the spine and softness? You can stay in stillness, or maybe bring a gentle amount of movement side to side as you create a little bit more space through your hips. Breathing in and breathing out here. Good, one more breath. What do you want from this practice as well? What's your intention from this yoga practice? Coming to stillness. Gently release that right leg as you guide the left knee up if you allowed it to draw out, and change sides. Left knee comes in, open it outside the rib cage. Either keep hold of the left shin or reach the outside edge of the left foot, coming to your half happy baby. Either keep the right knee up, or if you let it drop out the other side, just gently open it out. Soften the jaw. Maybe stay here or come to a little bit of still movement if that feels nice for you. Through the body. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Where can you create space through this left hip here? Also opening into this right hip too. So just let that breath flow, especially in our hips. We store a lot of tension here. So just gently easing it out. And then when you're ready, come to stillness. Release the left leg. Guide both knees up towards the ceiling. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Bring the hands to the backs of the knees. And we're going to rock up and down 2 to 3 times. Coming up. Gently coming back down, coming all the way up again. One last time, let's do come all the way up. We're going to cross over the legs and then transition to our tabletop. So roll over the knees, coming to our tabletop. So spread the fingers nice and wide, stacking shoulders, elbows and wrists, and knees underneath the hips. Coming to our cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, find that pelvic tilt. Draw the chest forwards, gazing forwards. Exhale, tuck the chin, pressing into the hands as you scoop up through that belly, rounding through the spine. Inhale, find that pelvic tilt, draw the chest through, open up through that front body. Exhale, squeeze in and up. Good, a couple more rounds here. Inhale, just get that spine nice and moving, especially if you sit down for long periods.
really important to get mobilized. Good, one more round here. Inhale, draw through. Exhale, good. Then come to your neutral spine, tuck the toes, lift the knees and the hips, downward facing dog. So bear in mind this is our first down dog. Just gently ease into it. So bend into one knee, lengthen the other leg out. Oh, nice little click there. Soften through the head and the neck. So take your time here. There's no rush. We just want to ease gently in, releasing maybe some clicks from the ankles, the knees. Maybe coming to a little bit of a toe stretch through the soles of the feet, an area that often gets tight in many of us. And then pause and come to stillness. So thinking about strength in your down dog, where can you activate? So starting with the hands, spread the fingers nice and wide, press firmly into the finger pads and the knuckles, soften through the head and the neck as you spin the backs of the arms towards the mat. This can help slide the shoulders actively away from the ears. Often in our down dog, the shoulders creep up towards the ears just because of the weight distribution. So actively squeeze the shoulders towards the hips. Engage the stomach, lift through the front thighs so you're in your upside down V. Good. We're going to inhale, come forward to our plank here. Pause in your plank. Good. Press the heels away, a little bit of strength work. Squeeze the tummy. Good. Lift through the front thighs, get those shoulders stacked over the wrist, but push up and out through those shoulders. Then from here, knees come wide, big toes touch. Send the hips back towards the heels for your child's pose. Reach those arms forward as you bring the forehead down. Find length here. Soften through those hips. Good. Softening through the lower back. And then as you're here, almost imagine you're breathing like a tortoise. So you'll inhale, your shell lifts off the back, creating space through the back body. Exhale, soften, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last breath here. Good, then we're going to walk the hands back in towards us. Glide the knees back underneath in line with the hips. Coming back to our downward facing dog. Good, and from our downward facing dog, gaze forward, deeply bending the knees. We're going to walk the feet up towards the hands, okay? Now from here, bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. Use your hip flexors, activate through the shoulders, so squeeze the shoulder blades together, engage the core, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, forward fold, and we're just going to bend the knees, let the weight come forward, either let the arms dangle down or take hold of opposite elbows. Just gently sway side to side here. Where can you create more space in the body? Good. Just checking in with how your body's feeling so far. Good, then come to stillness. Release the hands down, bend the knees. We're going to walk the feet outside to the mat, to the outside of the mat. Excuse me, toes out, heels in. Okay, so come into a little bit of dynamic work here. Our inhale, we're going to bend the knees, send those hips down, draw that chest through, squeeze the glutes, activate through the front thighs. As we exhale, find a fold. Keep the knees bent if you need to. Inhale, draw those hips down, coming to a little Malasana squat, your yogi squat. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chest through, hips low. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Get a little bit deeper into those hips. Exhale, last time, we're going to hold it down. So toes out, heels in. Think about that weight distribution. Pressing into the outside edges of the feet. Squeeze the glutes to help draw those knees open. Bring your hands to your heart center. Just bring a little bit of movement side to side. I'm going to come and show you front on. Think about the hips low, shoulders soft. Any knee issues, you can come a little bit higher if that feels better. And then just think about coming to a little bit of movement side to side here. Creating space through the hips. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent, well done. Good. And then come to stillness. From here, we're going to come down onto our seat. So you've got the option to either bring the hands behind you, gently ease yourself down, or you can keep the arms lifted, slowly coming down and releasing down to your seat. Now from here, we're going to reach the arms forward, squeeze the tummy, slowly come all the way down onto our backs. Nice controlled movement, keep the stomach super active, rolling down, engage the glutes, nice and slow, controlled. as we come down onto our backs. Coming to a full body stretch. Reach the arms up, lengthen the legs out. Inhale here. Exhale, knees in towards chest. Squeeze that head up, tuck yourself into a little ball. Release the feet down. Coming to our supine pigeon. So from here, right ankle over the left thigh. Allow that right knee to open away from you. Option 1, stay here, flex the right foot, so toes up towards the knee. Option 2, walk that left foot in a little bit more. Maybe bring your hands, thread the hands between the left and the right leg and outside the left leg to connect to the back of the thigh. This is option 2. Option 3 is reaching for the shin on this left leg. Keep the shoulders down. You can lift your head and neck and shoulders to reach, but then once you've reached, if your upper body doesn't come down comfortably, then choose one of the other options. Then from here, we're just going to gently allow that left leg to draw away from us. Squeeze in a little bit deeper. Allow that left leg to draw away. Squeeze it in. Draw it away. Squeeze it in. So we're almost doing little pulses here. Just to work a bit deeper through this right hip. Okay, so think about right leg drawing away, left knee towards you, left thigh towards you. So we really want to get into that right glute, right hip, good. And then come to stillness. You can either send stillness or bring a little bit of movement side to side. This is always nice to come to some dynamic movement. You can also come to a static pose as well, if that feels better for you. Just listen to the body. Good. Nice. And then pause and come to stillness. Good. Then we're going to release the left leg. Right leg releases and we're going to change sides. Left ankle over this right thigh. Gently guide that left knee away from you as you draw the left toes towards the foot. Option 1, stay here. Gently rest the hand left between the left knee and the hip to guide that leg away from you. Option 2, pick this right leg up, thread your arms around the back of this right leg. Option 3, bring your hands to the shins and then coming through those pulses. So draw that right leg away from you, squeeze it in, send it away, squeeze it in. Use your breath. Getting a little bit deeper each time, coming to our pulse movements. That's it, nice. Keep that left knee drawing away from you. Good, 2 more here. Really gentle. Good, and then come to stillness. And then either hold a static pose here or gently bring a little bit of movement side to side through this left hip. Where can you create more space? Where can you ease into this left hip here? Excellent, well done. Just staying here for 2 more breaths. Perfect. And then come to stillness, gently release the right leg, lift the left leg up, and then coming to our supine twist. Right leg lengthens out, left knee hugs in. We're going to take the right hand outside this left leg, gently draw over to the right, ideally keeping this left shoulder down but without force. That's it, so don't think about that forcing that right knee down. The left knee down, so it's more important that we try and get that rotation through the spine. Left arm can either be directly in line with the shoulder or bring a bend into this left elbow. Either gaze up to the ceiling or gaze gently over the left hand side. You've got the option to close the eyes gently here. Just let that breath flow in and out. Where are you feeling it in this twist? 2 more breaths here. Good. Inhale, slowly coming back. Place the left foot down, bend into the right knee. Just neutralize the hips. So before we change sides, pelvis, spine aligned. Good. And then from here, left leg lengthens out, right knee hugs in. Left hand comes to the right leg. Gently draw over to the left. And then come to that position you did the other side with the right arm. Either bend into this right elbow or lengthen the arm out fully, extending through that elbow. Either gaze up or gently gaze out to the right. Find an easy, natural, steady breath here. Inhale and exhale. Really connect to your breath. Belly steady breathing like we did at the start. One more breath here. Good. And then slowly allow yourself to come back onto your back, bending the knees, adjusting your hips. Good. Lengthening the legs out. Reach the arms up overhead. Big stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Bring the forehead up to meet the knees. Squeeze yourself into a little ball. Good. And then when you're ready, preparing for your Shavasana, you can either come through constructed rest pose, where the feet come a little bit wider, allow the knees to guide in, really nice for your lower back. Otherwise, you can lengthen the legs out, come into the position we started in. Arms come down beside you with the palms facing up. Soften the jaw, soften the back, the hips, and just return to a natural steady breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Soften the jaw, let the head be heavy. Soften the neck. Inhale. Exhale. So staying here in your Shavasana for as long or as short as you need. Just give this time back to yourself, not rushing out of your Shavasana. Really lovely opportunity just to connect to yourself. Let your body be without having anything to do. Surrender, let the body become heavy, and just give yourself permission to be here. I'm going to leave you here on your mat space. Thank you so much for joining me on day 4, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Namaste.